Yeah, this is Billiam. Making content about things I remember seeing growing up is like fishing for vague memories. For example, it took me weeks to figure out what the Pixter was, despite the fact that I vividly remembered what it did. I only have a passing familiarity or vague memories of many of the things I cover on this channel, but one thing I remember incredibly vividly, despite having only seen a few episodes of it as a kid, is BoBoBo-Bo BoBo-Bo.
Call me BoBoBo, but it's BoBoBo-Bo BoBoBo.
Shortened as BoBoBo, BoBoBo-Bo BoBoBo stars BoBoBo. That's BoBoBo-Bo BoBoBo. 3 Bo, 1 Bo, 2 Bo, 1 Bo. BoBoBo-Bo BoBoBo, the show, is a surrealist, absurdist comedy anime that uses the framing device of a standard shonen action show. BoBoBo is the seemingly quiet, cool protagonist.
You sure helped me out, bud.
Hold on. My name is BoBoBo. Please don't call me Bud, call me BoBoBo.
He has a personal vendetta against the powerful Chrome Dome Empire, a powerful organization who forces the citizens of the Margarita Kingdom to be bald. And BoBoBo-Bo BoBoBo, he's not having it. BoBoBo uses his fighting skills and his ultimate technique, the Fist of the Nose Hair, to take on the Chrome Dome Empire and restore hair to the land.
Baldy Bold will hear of your insolence!
Like many other shonen anime, fighting a set of increasingly more powerful enemies is how BoBoBo's story progresses, but the action-packed story is really just a framing device for short sketches which flow from one to the next with the chaotic energy of short-form improv.
Herbs mean energy, so the longer I stay in this bowl of rice, the more powerful my Wiggin skills become!
That's no fair, guy! I'm on a low-carb diet!
You combine that with a high-energy, absurdist, surrealist tone, BoBoBo starts at an 11 and never lets up.
Well, since we're both stuck, at least he can't attack.
Fire attack!
The sketches themselves are often,
Not always.
very funny and are inserted into the show like a shonen-themed version of Mad Libs, but more intense.
Rumble rolling attack! Yeah! We're running out of time here.
It's an interesting contrast, like a well-cooked steak and Pop Rocks. So let's unpack the madness that is BoBoBo-Bo BoBoBo. Say what? Say what? Hey, I bet you didn't expect to see me in my shower, but today's video is sponsored by Dr. Squatch, natural soap for men, so where else should I be? Naturally. That gross and soggy and also crusty bar of soap you have sitting in your shower has got to go. It's stinky. Nobody likes stinky soap. Dr. Squatch isn't only not stinky, but it replaces the stink with a lovely, character-defining fragrance. Pick from a lovely lineup of fragrances that you would love to display in your bio. What does deep sea goat milk say about you? Well, first of all, I never knew there were deep sea goats, but maybe it also says that you love the ocean, but the real ocean is stinky. This is all the things you love about the ocean without the stink. Now, what does my personal favorite scent, the grapefruit IPA, say about me? Well, it says that I love this scent. I can't stop smelling it. I just love this flavor. I mean scent. It's so gentle and like nice on your skin. Why would you want to use mean soap? Be nice to your skin. I just rinsed and my skin is so soft and gentle right now. I don't know, but maybe you're a pine tar kind of guy, the kind of guy who goes out into the woods in the afternoon and then comes across Bigfoot himself only to bring him home for him to tell you about his soap.
Billy, it's me, Bigfoot. You stink. I'm not Dr. Squatch. I'm just a fan of the brand. Bigfoot prefers all natural ingredients. Read all the ingredients on the box itself. You'll recognize them.
By clicking the link in the description below, new customers can get 20% off of orders $20 or more by using code DSCBilliam. Just click the link in the description below. Thanks to Dr. Squatch for sponsoring this video. Produced by Dragon Ball Z Studio and more importantly, Zatch Bell Studio, Toei Animation, BoBoBo the anime aired in Japan from November 2003 to October of 2005. And an English anime dub adaptation aired on Cartoon Network from 2005 to 2007. This is the version I remember seeing, and it's the version I will be discussing. The anime is based on the serialized manga written and illustrated by absurdist mangaka Yoshio Sawe. While only 5 volumes of the manga were published in English, the first English volume doesn't start with the story's first chapter, and unfortunately, the English released only encompassed 5 volumes worth of content. I have all 5, don't believe me? Count them yourselves, I'd never lie to you. So unfortunately, English fans of the show never really got a lot of content on the page, published in English. Legally, that is. What little I saw of BoBoBo as a kid, I thought it was like the funniest thing ever. It was just crazy high energy and insane, and it just appealed to all of my, pre-diagnosed ADHD tendencies.
Prepare yourselves for an action show unlike any you've ever seen. Seriously. BoBoBo-Bo BoBo-Bo.
But also, BoBoBo was on kind of late, and I didn't have a TV set up in my bedroom with cable, so I wouldn't, be watching TV that late usually. At that time of night, I was more of like a Nintendo DS kind of guy. But the show definitely left an impact on me. It's a lot to unpack, so I'm just gonna sort of break down the first episode, then I'm going to explain how the show uses shonen anime as a framing device, before finally getting into the absurdity of the show, the meat and potatoes, or the feet and torpedoes.
What? No way!
What's going on?
So let's talk about the genre BoBoBo uses. A lot of shonen typically have a similar structure. The protagonist and their friends have to continue to fight a series of more powerful and more unique villains head on. These fights themselves have so many tropes, but generally tension is built through a tipping scale, where one character gets the upper hand on another through power transformations, strategy, branded attacks. I mean, the fist of the nose hair, the fist of the North Star. There's all these familiar opportunities to replace the expected with the ridiculous. BoBoBo and this guy attack each other. It's intense. There's a huge dust of smoke, a really common suspense tool in anime. We're waiting for the smoke to clear to see who won the fight, but the smoke clears and...
We did it! We won! We did it! We won! We did
All this time you were playing croquet?
Croquet, it's not just a game.
It's an adventure!
We were expecting one of 2 different results when in reality anything could happen because, it's a cartoon. The structure of these stories and their drama are so familiar that BoBoBo is able to hit the same dramatic beats with the same rhythm of other shonen anime to create a Mad Lib style structure, where as long as they hit the same beats as those other shonen, they can do anything in between.
I wish I had a pillow. My neck. I can't go back to that. My neck was shaped like a banana. Never again! That reminds me of my neck!
Some call me the bona fide protector of hair.
This is going to be a pretty bland explanation of what we see. I just want you to taste the flavor of beef and candy. There's a lot of self-aware and fourth wall breaking jokes. The show begins with a recap of the show as if it's late into the series, and the narrator themselves becomes a recurring character.
Hey, this is the first episode of a brand new show, not a rerun!
Great. And I spent all night learning how to pronounce Stegosaurus and Mesozoic.
In this world, everyone is forced to be bald by the Chrome Dome Empire. People like Pickles and Beauty live in defiance of this by having hair. The audacity. But Beauty and Pickles are saved by BoBoBo. BoBoBo uses his powerful technique, the fist of the nose hair, literally using his excess nose hair as a sort of weapon to defeat the evil hair hunters. But what's his motivation? He is our protagonist after all.
That's top secret, strictly on a need-to-know basis. But since you're here, I guess I'll tell you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Hold on, Pickles.
Huh?
I'm not telling you zip.
The show then cuts to BoBoBo's theater, a recurring device for cutaway sketches where we see his backstory.
Ever since I was a little boy, I could hear the voices of other people's hair.
What? I gotta watch more flashbacks?
Episode 2 is all about me and my dad.
So he can speak to hair, and more importantly,
My dad was all hair with a big heart.
his father was hair. Oh, I understand. So despite BoBoBo's warning not to come, Beauty and Pickles follow him anyways to take on Hair Hunt headquarters of the area. So BoBoBo faces off against the commander of the local Hair Hunt group.
Fist of Nostril Knockout!
BoBoBo attacks him with his nose hair. He has the upper hand.
Your nostril hair! It's like running into bad sushi!
Big yikes on that voice. The villain yanks out the nose hair and, oh, look at that, a winning ticket. He won a collectible BoBoBo doll.
Who the heck wants your lousy doll? What are you kidding? This doll's a collector's item. You won't be able to get it again because it's quite rare.
As a callback joke to earlier in the episode, the people inside of BoBoBo's nose close up shop, meaning he can't use his nose hair anymore.
Hey, I need to use my nose hairs. Have a heart.
Too bad. I'm making cannolis.
No!
He loses the upper hand. The villain is about to succeed. BoBoBo will lose his hair.
So, should we go to the Nut Festival next Sunday?
How can BoBoBo win without his nose hair? The low point of the fight. How will the hero overcome this?
Sorry, I got you.
Oh, Lance! I mean, Bill.
He finds another way.
Full of armpit hair. Oh, yeah!
We got him!
With the area saved from the Chrome Dome Empire, Beauty and Pickles decide to go with BoBoBo on his journey.
Hold on, Pickles. You're not allowed to come along.
BoBoBo telling Pickle not to come, and then Pickle actually being written out of the show despite being a featured character in the first episode is just a perfect example of the chaotic energy that BoBoBo is trying to, harness.
Fate brought BoBoBo and Beauty together, and their frolicles through the follicles have just begun. However, Pickles has been written out of the series forever. Poor guy, he's green with envy.
I gotta get me a better agent!
It's hard not to pay attention to the show because you never know if they're building up to a joke or story progression, and sometimes the joke ends up being story progression. I understand a lot of viewers might find that frustrating, but I'm a big fan of misdirects and big setups with mundane payoffs. I truthfully think this is the greatest form of art, and I will not be elaborating on that. Along the way, we meet a large cast of characters who kind of fill out the BoBoBo posse. In the second episode, we meet BoBoBo's sidekick, but please don't let him know I called him a sidekick, Don Patch.
So then, how did you like my wigging out?
That's a touching tale.
Which part?
So in my book, that means I win.
Don Patch is this weird orange round ball thing. His face is so detailed and he has these sleek anime spikes, but it's a great contrast. It's like the first bad Sonic drawing meme.
It's obvious this man and I share the same destiny. Therefore, I must join forces with him. Besides, I'll save on gas money if I take him with me.
He's essentially BoBoBo's comedic partner for sketches and slapstick bits.
Rotten apple.
It was me, Don Patch.
Oh, that's who it was!
We goat, we goat, we goat, we goat, we goat, we goat, we goat.
Don Patch is always breaking the fourth wall, claiming he's the main character and getting competitive with the other characters over their screen time.
How about a green onion?
That's it! That's my Don Patch sword! Great! I'm gonna thrash him now!
It's an onion.
This framing makes all of his bits and sketches have a goal behind them.
I lost.
His wigging out is purely competitive, and that makes BoBoBo his direct rival.
I have a green onion.
There it is! That's my Don Patch hammer! All right, now I can thrash him
It's
again!
just an onion.
So even though they're just doing a bunch of random sketches for the characters, this is this weird competitive rivalry.
Why was one onion better than the other?
Well, now, you've got to ask yourself, just who in the world is this peeping Tom?
Through the first few episodes, we see this real edgy type, a real Yamato, a real Sasuke kind of guy. He just keeps following them around. There's a real mystery to him.
I want you to know that we are being followed by someone!
We know he has a reason to
And
hide.
it's a hitman or a car salesman! Someone scary!
No, that's not it.
Then who do you think it is?
The mean green soup aliens!
Mean green soup aliens!
These aliens' favorite food is rice soup. I hear they're trying to invade our planet and force Earth's entire population to eat the stuff.
But then this seemingly one-off random weird joke weaves its way into the narrative with this big reveal.
Hi there. Do you two happen to know this guy? This troublemaker must be squelched because he refuses to comply. He must be destroyed because he won't eat rice soup. Not with salmon, pickled plums, not with seaweed, 2, 3. He just won't eat it.
Oh man, this isn't good. They've already sent a new bounty hunter.
Like, holy sh**, that's such a funny way to bury the lead. But what's this cool kid's deal? Oh, okay, he attacks with farts. That's like the most uncool thing it could have been.
I can't breathe. Shoot me.
Later, Geha wrote in his autobiography, "I had never been attacked by such an incredible stink bomb. It was Stinko de Mayo. It could gag a maggot. It could knock a buzzard off a pile of manure."
So Gasser here comes along to be an apprentice to BoBoBo and sort of acts alongside Beauty as the more grounded characters who react to all the wild stuff in extreme ways.
And just how many of those big shocked reactions did you do?
Why are you guys here?
2,
There are more of them?
3.
By the way, I say they're more grounded characters, not grounded characters.
Uh-oh, when his color comes off, he switches into baby mode.
While the regular four bring a familiar energy to the show that drives it along, eventually the recurring cast grows to be pretty big. I have to admit, I can't sit down and watch too many episodes of this show in a row, but the rotating cast does help it feel fresh episode to episode. It's just a new character bringing their bits to the routine, like rotating people out of an improv cast.
Don Patch!
BoBoBo, I came to save you.
Oh, Don Patch. Told you not to come.
Most of the lineup of characters are enemies turned good guys. We have the slick, cool guy, Softin, who's literally a scoop of ice cream or maybe something else.
No one knows what it is, but there's a lot of it.
Why do I have this? I don't have kids.
Softin doesn't really joke, he's the serious one. Then Gaku Man, some sort of little marshmallow creature with a cute little catchphrase.
We'll make him eat grilled tofu dipped in miso on a stick.
Right on! You're the cutest commander. Shall we get him?
So let's actually talk about what goes in between. Let's break down BoBoBo's crazy humor and why it actually fits very well into this shonen framing. BoBoBo and Don Patch's fighting style is called wiggin'. It's like wiggin' out, you know? Essentially, it's the explanation for how the bits and sketches done by BoBoBo, Don Patch, and the others are in fact a part of their fighting style. BoBoBo and Don Patch act out all sorts of scenarios, very frequently in costumes and even more frequently in drag.
Oh, it's from BoBoBet. Maybe she's got some plans for us to get out of town. Hello? Hello?
Patches, help! Help me!
BoBoBet! What's wrong? BoBoBet!
Here's a great example from the episode Don Patch is introduced in. Don Patch and BoBoBo team up against the Hair Hunters for the first time together. First of all, it's really difficult to show isolated clips from this show because usually one joke is in the middle of a bunch of others. Case in point, I will not be explaining why BoBoBo here is, cabbage. So this is the end of the fight. Here's the Mad Lib style setup. BoBoBo and Don Patch defeat the villain by...
Huh? Oh, not now. Hi, this is Mytel speaking. Who's this? Oh, hi, Kathy.
Hi, Mytel. I'm bringing forth my cutest girlfriends to the group date tonight.
What? Our date was for tonight?
Oh my god, this is so last minute. How is he gonna find 3 friends to bring to the date?
Uh-huh.
You have me.
I'm not taking an eggplant to dinner!
Hey, you guys, hurry up! It's bad manners to make ladies wait.
So they go on the date, which goes poorly.
Don't call me ever again.
I can explain everything! Wait!
And the embarrassment and humiliation from the bad date leads to his defeat. It may shock you to learn that there is no filler content in BoBoBo. Everything is a part of the canon, even the stuff that contradicts each other. But like many long-running sitcoms or long-form improv, the overarching story is really there to further the humor with a lot of running gags and jokes.
The Don Patch sword.
He's using a green onion?
No! I can't believe I'm seeing the Don Patch sword in person, and I'm gonna see it close up real soon! Oh yeah?
And because of BoBoBo's chaotic, improvised feeling, when they do interweave a callback joke into the show in a fun and clever way, it feels like performative gymnastics, just like improv. But part of the comedy comes from the excitement of seeing continuity because the expectation is that there is going to be narrative loose ends because of the nature of the piece. So it is impressive when they interweave a seemingly made-up detail back into the threads of the plot. I just want you to be able to follow how the complicated web of sketches pay off. Jelly Jiggler's tragic backstory inspires BoBoBo and Don Patch to get a job.
Ah, here we go, a full-page ad. Work for the Hair Hunt troops, tracking down BoBoBo. Full benefits, paid vacations, and free haircuts.
Hair Hunt troops.
Huh?
This is good, really good. What a job. Says you get weekends off.
Working for those hair hunters!
Don Patch doesn't want to get a job, and BoBoBo is angry about that. This spins off into a sketch where Don Patch isn't able to hold a relationship together with BoBoBo's sister.
You always tell me you want us to be together, but I need you to prove it to me!
If I were to go get a job, that would blow my chance of becoming a great guitarist and a rock superstar.
You're such a liar! I've never even seen you play guitar! You're such a bum! You've never even had enough money to even buy one! That thing next to your boombox you call your ex isn't a guitar! It's a pound of unsalted butter!
BoBoBo and Don Patch agree to go through the interview process together.
Mabel told me what happened between you two. She told me you wouldn't get a job.
She never liked my guitar.
So they go to the Hare Hunt headquarters with Don Patch carrying over his incentive to get a job from the sketch.
They'll want to hire you. You look like a Nimrod.
I hope so. If I don't get this job, I can kiss Mabel goodbye.
Don Patch sees somebody he knows.
Oh no, it's him!
And like with many BoBoBo characters, they have a deep and complicated history.
I had a bright future and the sharp eye of a champion until the bird brain came along.
Well, now it's my move. And checkmate.
During the talent show portion of the interview, Don Patch plays his butter. It's a shit show.
Now, Mr. Birdbrain, what special skill do you want to show us?
Huh. Say hello to my little friend.
Gah, freezing!
Now put what you were grabbing for on the table slowly.
The butter knocked him out!
The real gun is a fake. Don Patch's butter, which is not a guitar, is actually a gun. Brilliant. Then we learned BoBoBo actually looked angry earlier because he planned to use this as an opportunity to open the door in the conference room, which leads to the antagonist who they face in the next episode. There is no filler. For there to be thrilling, dramatic tension, there needs to be stakes both physically and personally for the characters. Most shonen build these stakes with long, dramatic backstories, and we learn more about the characters as time goes on, so when the tension starts building and starts flaring up, it has so much weight behind it. Only a shonen anime can make you cry about a kid making his special volleyball shot in a game of volleyball. But BoBoBo rushes over backstory and keeps moving forward. There is no wood on this fire. It's all gas all the time. The dramatic tone the show takes is so serious and so sincerely executed that it's both hilarious and also it tricks you into believing the drama, if only for a moment. But in BoBoBo, that dramatic device can be anything at any time.
Look at this.
Please forgive me. I messed up.
Spiky!
Who's that?
For example, I love it when BoBoBo takes on a heroic tone and starts talking to the villain as if he needs to avenge the death of Don Patch.
You took our little friend away from us, so you'll have to pay.
But Don Patch is alive and well and standing right behind BoBoBo.
So what? I destroyed Don Patch. Who really cares about him anyway?
All of us, that's who.
We'll miss you, Don Patch, old friend.
Did I miss something?
Any detail about a character, dialogue, or scene can spin off and become its own bit. BoBoBo takes the yes and principle to a whole nother level. But because the show already asks its audience to accept so many ridiculous scenarios for the sake of the comedic sketches, it's not so much of a stretch that your audience will also accept the dramatic implication of a character's death, despite the fact that that character very much is still alive just for the sake of making the scene feel that much more intense. I love this. The ending of this fight needs to be much more dramatic. So let's reveal a never-before-mentioned deep childhood connection between General Jelly Jiggler and BoBoBo. It contradicts the way the characters have spoken to each other for episodes prior to this exchange.
Real friends help friends, so don't let me stray from being good.
Sure, if I have to stick you to a Ferris wheel, I will.
Thanks, pal. Thanks, pal.
General Jelly Jiggler of the Chrome Dome Empire now has to redeem himself.
Hello there. Want to score your jelly at half price, ma'am?
Actually, I've got some.
Why would you buy that when I'm a lot cheaper? See?
Thanks, but no thanks.
I'm Fred.
So we get this B story where he, as a block of jelly, tries to be sold at a grocery store. It's just this standard for BoBoBo absurd side story being cut to throughout the episode that unassumingly is sprinkled in with a bunch of other random one-shot cutaway jokes. BoBoBo realizes he needs more support.
Pardon me? Yeah? What do you want? What I would like is a jelly jiggler.
Gosh, I've been bought. I'm a product. I always knew it would feel like this. I'm so grateful.
BoBoBo buys General Jelly Jiggler from the grocery store, and it emotionally plays out like acceptance after a redemption arc. Its absurdity with this emotional weight sort of works, not because BoBoBo so beautifully, dramatically executes this scenario, but because it so perfectly emulates the dramatic beats of similar character redemption arcs. Honestly, I think the closest one-to-one comparison to make to BoBoBo is probably Animaniacs. The Warner siblings also have this chaotic energy which they use to relentlessly torture whatever poor individual they've come across for a sketch. The quickly changing emotional states, the costume quick changes, the antagonist losing sight of their goal and accidentally going along with the sketch for a moment. It's all here.
All right, BoBoBo, playtime is over. It's time to destroy.
Nah, don't think so.
The villains in BoBoBo are just new characters being introduced into the comedy routine. By the time Jelly Jiggler and the others join the team, the Animaniacs comparison couldn't be more apparent.
I'm hardly in this episode!
Yeah, me too! But can you guess who's been in it even less?
It's him! But I'm in it now.
With the villain playing against their regular antics whenever they occur. The fight with Over is a great example of this. By episode 33, we haven't really seen the gang sincerely have trouble with a fight.
I'll shred you into 1,000 pieces, and I'll start with you, Jelly Jiggler!
But Over is this overpowered, terrifying villain.
Hello, waiter. Would you give that villain over there a pink lemonade and just tell him that it's on me?
Right.
He's just so serious when compared to the others, and it's so fun to watch them bounce off of his stoic tone.
Ha! Jelly Jiggler says his pink lemonade is on you!
By the end of the fight, we've been seeing this ring on his chest light up, and it's almost there. What's gonna happen?
My tank's full. It's game over. I can turn into my real self.
Oh, not that. He's about to turn into his real self.
Oh, he's gonna transform into his true form.
They've never faced.
Torpedo Girl!
Hey, that's not what it says in my script, and my script is marked final.
The battle with Torpedo Girl is the episode of BoBoBo I could never forget as a child.
Let's get her before she gets us with the phone booth attack.
Out of my way! Torpedo away!
The so-called joke killer. Torpedo Girl will hit anyone who tells a joke she doesn't find funny.
According to legend, joke killers travel the world, and they destroy people who tell jokes that they don't think are very funny.
What? Oh no, I've seen this show. We're done for. Hey guys, no more bad jokes!
Okay.
That outfit's not funny!
I don't get it. I thought Mr. BoBoBo's costume was quite humorous.
Well, you're wrong! Keep in mind, telling jokes can be seriously dangerous. I should know because I'm a torpedo.
And she's a serious critic.
Keeping funny, understand?
That's not an issue for us, especially with our joke writers.
Your very existence itself is a big joke!
Then how can we stop you from killing our jokes?
You can't stop me because I'm a torpedo.
Honestly, at this point, all I can think to do is just list my favorite bits. There are so many jokes and moments I didn't get a chance to talk about.
Master of Evil? Are you kidding me? That's no hairdo, that's a hair don't. And who sleeps on a pile of gold coins? Hey, buddy, spend some of that coin on a futon or something. You know who sleeps on a mattress? BoBoBo.
But I've talked about this show for way too long. I find BoBoBo-Bo BoBo-Bo very overstimulating. I like watching a couple episodes at a time, but after that, I'm cranky, like a cat who's been pet too much.
Yeah! Don Pet Sword time!
That's a green onion!
It is!
There are a lot of bits that aren't great and some that are downright uncomfortable. Honestly, I was shocked at how much I was into the show. It's a blast to watch, and while not every joke lands, as soon as you're sick of a bit, the next one will start to begin. Going back to comparing this to a comic strip, it's like I love The Far Side by Gary Larson, but it's like only 1 in 10 that really make me laugh. And the same can be said for BoBoBo, but oh my god, could it genuinely make me laugh? Okay, I've been in this chair for like an hour straight and I really gotta pee. So anyways, I'm tired, I'm stressed, I'm gonna go get some sleep. after I pee.